Listen to me. You got to let this one just stick in your heart and your mind for the rest of your life. Your God, who loves you, who knows you, who has watched every second of your life, and who cherishes you more than anyone else, your God, He absolutely cares more about your character development, my character development, than He does your or my immediate momentary comfort or satisfaction. You need to accept that if you're ever going to grow and mature as a human being. Our God, who loves us, cares more about our core character development than He does our momentary comfort or satisfaction. Randy, you mean to tell me, God will allow me to be unhappy? You mean to tell me He'll allow me to feel the pain of being unsatisfied and grieving and frustrated? And yes. And you know and I know we can handle these things in one or two ways. We can become bitter. We can become little whiny victims. We can become cynical. We can become angry at the world. We can become untrusting, and we bar the gates of our hearts and we never open them to anyone or anything again. Or you pursue again when something's lost with all your might, and you grieve it again, and you go through that cycle of heartbreak and disappointment. But you learn to process it with God and with His people. And instead of it making you bitter, it actually makes you better. Listen to these words. He writes these words. He had been a follower of Christ for 20 years. Now, he would live another 10 years after this, but this is what he's experienced in his first 20 years of following Christ. He says, we are experiencing, what is that word? Pleasantness on every side. Everything's going sweet. Everything that scares me has been taken away. I've been protected from everything in society. I have a good Father who protects me from everything and comforts me. We are experiencing trouble. This is God's main man. This is the guy that God used to write 13 books of the New Testament. We are experiencing trouble in just a couple areas. We're experiencing trouble everywhere, the guy is saying. This guy, he's throwing his hands up. We're experiencing trouble on every side, but are not crushed. We're perplexed, but not driven to despair. We're persecuted. We're not getting justice. We're getting injustice. We're not treated fairly. We're treated unfairly. We're persecuted, but not what? Not abandoned. We're knocked down, not destroyed. Always, this is going to get you, this is going to take a little thought, always carrying around in our body the death of Jesus so that the life of Jesus may also be made visible in our body. What the heck are you saying, Paul? The death of Jesus so that the life of Jesus. He's saying we go through these experiences, the trouble, the perplexity, the persecution, but they don't kill us. And he says if we stay close to God, they refine us, they strengthen us, they take these dormant capacities and bring them to life, and they make us more like Christ, and that becomes visible to other people. We're experiencing death to ourselves and maybe our desires and maybe some of our insufficient visions and dreams that needed to die anyway, things that needed to be let go of. And yet, we're becoming more like Christ because of the pressure. He says, man, I'm down, but I'm not out. Does that sound like an easy life? We sing that song. I like it. He's a good, good father, right? How many like this song? He's a good, good father. And I've had people tell me, well, if he's a good, good father and he has all power, he wouldn't let anything unpleasant come my way. I'm his child. Try that. Try that out. See how long that lasts. Cares more about our character than our comfort. That's real love. By the way, if you and I are going to be good parents, we will also care more about our children's character, Christ-like character development, than we will their comfort or momentary satisfaction.